Oh, hey, it's Crystal. Welcome back to From the Angels and Beyond. So, decided to try a new setup today, and it's live from my garage. Eh? La garage. But, anyways, so I decided tomorrow, because tomorrow, is a full moon. I decided, let me pull a few cards and see what kind of energies we're looking at for the next few days as the energy from the full moon peaks. So, thank you to the divine for making me a clear channel of only highest and best messages for anybody watching this and who comes across this at a later date. Thank you for making me a clear channel to give back of only the highest divine messages. So, angels, what do we need to know about the full moon happening tomorrow, March the 18th? March 18th, what do we need to know? Any other messages that we need to know at this time? All right. All right. So the first card that I pulled is the heart chakra. So really needing to step into our heart, moving from a place of knowingness and awareness and moving through whatever you've gone through. Instead of using our logical head, we're using our heart. And instead of moving with our head, we need to tap into our heart space and find out, does this light my heart up? Does this open my heart or does it close my heart up? And the thing is, when we've been hurt, the first instinct is to close off our hearts, to shut it down. We don't want anybody else to hurt us the way that we have been hurt. And so we close ourselves off as a defense mechanism, right? And unfortunately, what that brings is just closed-minded, and it prevents us from experiencing things from an authentic place, because authentically speaking, when we're coming from our heart, that's our authentic, that's our pure essence that is coming through to be experienced, to be shared. And when we are closing off our heart, we're saying, nope, universe, I can't trust you. I can't trust what I'm being guided towards. I can't trust that who you've sent in my life is exactly what I need. And so we tend to close ourselves off, play it safe, do the surface level thing. And a lot of times it's just not it. It really is just not it. And the second card that came out was the law of attraction. So when you're putting out those vibes that I can't trust the universe, I can't trust anybody else to treat me the way that I'm supposed to be treated, or that I desire to be treated, or that I know I deserve to be treated. And we're going to blanket everybody with the same, we're gonna paint everybody with the same brush, saying that we can't trust, they're not trustworthy. And that's what we keep bringing in, because when we have given a cue to the universe is like, okay, if that's what you believe, okay, you are co-creating with me, right? God, universe, whatever source is saying, you're co-creating with me. So if you believe that nobody else is worthy of having your heart open for, then that's exactly the experiences you're going to keep getting. And when we actually stop and say, you know what, just because I had an experience that didn't align with who I was, and just because I had an experience that hurt my heart at some level, doesn't mean that it is everything, that all experiences are going to be the same. Okay? That's a lot of that is ego. And when we're moving through certain things and ego is really, really, really loud, it doesn't give a space and a place for heart-centered direction and heart-centered guidance to come through. And when we're not leading with our heart, like, obviously we have to have boundaries, we have to know who we are and that kind of thing, right? You can't just go willy-nilly. But at the same point, having boundaries, like, you can't close yourself off, because when you're closing yourself off to so many opportunities, so many different people that want to come in and show you that actually the universe is very benevolent, and that the universe does want to provide for you, and the universe does want to show you that you are worthy of having heart-centered connections, and you are worthy of having love in all capacities, right? That's what the universe wants to say and wants to show, is that there is beauty, there is greatness when it comes to opening your heart and leading from your heart center. And the other card that I pulled was Archangel Raphael. And Archangel Raphael, his color is green, and green relates to the heart chakra, which is this one, right? It's all interconnected. So Archangel Raphael is such a great archangel to work with. So on here it says, the healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. Yes. Has your heart been broken? Yes. Have people betrayed you? Yes. Is that everybody? No. Do we need to paint everybody with the same brush? No. Can we allow our ego to take a step back and allow our heart to lead and to guide the way forward? Can we do that? And it's hard. It's not easy. Don't get it twisted. It's not always easy to be able to lead with your heart. But it is 100% necessary to be able to move forward. Because when you don't take the time to heal and to open yourself up to possibilities, then you're just going to get the same old shit. And that's not where you're going. That's not what you want. So, last card that I want to pull is from the Rumi Oracle deck. And this bad boy comes with this huge book. So I will pull a card, and whatever we get from that. All right, Brother Rumi, any messages of guidance for anybody watching this? Any messages of guidance at this time for anybody watching this reading? Alrighty. Thank you, Brother Rumi, for your message of guidance. Any cards, any guidance for this full moon for anybody watching at this time? Wah! Rumi. All right. There was 2 cards that fell on the ground. 1 moment, please. Oh, lies. 3 cards. Gosh darn, that's a lot. 3 cards fell on the ground. Okay, the first one that came out was arise. Number 13 breaks down to a 4 numerologically. Let's whip out our trusty booklets, shall we? 13. I love how this all, I love spirit, and I love how it works with cards and whatever. Like, think of cards however you freaking will. But when you're in alignment, there's so much stuff that just like, it's crazy. Okay, so the first sentence of this says, I see in you a divine wild child and sacred heart. All right. You have gumption. Holy. You dare to love where others only see pain. Oh my God. Oh my God. You dare to believe that everything will somehow work out where others see only what they judge to be wrong. You see love where others apply fear. You seek freedom where the world still buys into manipulation and propaganda. Don't lose heart, beloved wild child. Dare to believe. You are right to do so. It is the divine rebel in you that refuses to surrender hope. Give up the fight, perhaps the battle that comes from a place of fear, but never give up your hope. That hope is in your heart. That optimism and patience for growth into love creates a light within you that helps the world to see through darkness. It becomes a candle that shimmers contentedly upon the windowsill of your heart temple. There it is, more obvious, even in the darkness. You are being asked to trust, to gently lay to rest the suffering that has been, perhaps because of what you have been labeled, oh my word, rewind. Perhaps because of what you have labeled as the failure, the doubt, the losses, and setbacks. They are so little in the greater scheme of you. Put them aside. Allow them to rot and become fertilizer for life, but do not try to keep them alive beyond their earthly expiry date. Lest you become tainted or poisoned by the rot, let them go, and instead focus on what is alive now. This oracle comes with a message for you. Arise. You've been downtrodden for long enough now. Perhaps you have been feeling defeated, put upon, underestimated, or walked over in mind, body, or spirit by others or your own doubts and fears. Enough now. You are liberated through the hope in your heart, the defiant optimism that buoys your spirit and demands that you shall have your dawn. You shall rise like the sun and bring a new now. Step up. It is your time. So basically, we're leading with our heart now. It is time to put aside our ego. It is time to put aside the doubt, cast aside all that stuff that says, I can't love, that I can't show love, that I can't be love, because you are love and you are loved. So take this message, take what you need, leave the rest. Have a fantastic full moon, and I'll be back for an equinox message as well, because that's coming up on the weekend. And so it's been so much. I know for myself, energetically, I have been fucking drained. I've been sleeping lots, also having trouble sleeping. So we are going through it. We are concluding the last astrological year, and now moving into the new astrological year when we enter Aries season. So there is new beginnings. It is springtime. I even seen my tulips. There's little buds coming up. And so it's just it's time. It's time to lead from a different place. And that place is your heart. Take care. Have a good one. Many blessings.